All right, here we go. Yeah, I need to paint the door, I know. But we're not here for painting doors. We're here for a day in the shop. We're gonna make it work today. I'm Jimmy. I'm gonna take you to work with me. We're gonna fix Mercedes-Benz cars. We might even do an old monster truck or two. We got quite a few things going on. It's been busy. We had a mechanic quit. We haven't replaced yet, and Joe's on vacation this week. So it's me and Jace out here. Well, it's Jace out here, but Jason there. I'm down in there. Third bay. Anyway, look at that. Isn't that nice? I have my preferences for things like workbenches and work areas and taking care of my messes when I'm done. Most of the time. I'm not perfect, but I try. Cleanliness is next to godliness, they say. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're looking forward to learning things, having fun, hanging out and seeing what the old man's up to today. Beautiful morning, 68 degrees. I'm a couple degrees away from needing a jacket. I know, I got thin skin. Not only because I'm old, but I'm also thin-skinned. We are going to finish getting this place open up. There's still a few things that we need to straighten out. We got some parts on the way for the Mercedes. If you watched yesterday's video, I hope you did, we had the wrong water pump for some reason. I guess there's two possible engine applications for the same 2-liter turbo. Because it's the exact water pump, just minor differences. You saw that, right? Let's finish getting this place open up and see what we can get done today. Make it a productive day, get people back on the road, and try to keep the lights on. What do you say? Let's do it. Stay tuned. I'm hoping taking this throttle body off will allow me to get to the rear screws for the manifold. We'll see. I don't want these to fall anywhere bad or anywhere at all. I was going to leave it hanging there, but then I said, you know what? The less stuff I have in my way, the better. There's way too much going on in this thing. I can see more stuff, I know that. What I have to get to is can't even get my flashlight in there. I'm going to get a tool in there. But oh, there it is. Yeah, it's right there. It's a big deal. They obviously want you to fix this on the side of the road if you have a problem. They want you to be able to work on your car and get home. And this purge valve is on a bracket and a rubber insulator, but you can't get it loose for nothing. I don't know where it goes to. I think it goes back up to the intake in the back. Yeah, it does. Okay. But then there's a tube that goes down here somewhere. I don't know. I'm just going to take the manifold bolts out and see what's holding it. Not very tight. Somehow I suspect it's not the first time this has been apart. Universal off. Thought it would help, but it's too clunky. That's unfortunate. The manifold's not loose like I was hoping at that point. It's got to be a brace or something underneath. It's too short to need a brace though, isn't it? Well, I got that off. I think what they want is for this purge valve thing to stay in the car, because to get it disconnected from the block underneath the manifold is not easy. So we unsnapped it from the little holders down here, pulled it out of this bracket, unhooked it from the back of the manifold, unhooked this line to get to it, which this is kind of cool. Actually works well. Push this way and let's go. It's hard to see it, but and according to the instructions, this thing should lift out right now, but of course it doesn't seem like that's the case. I'm if we just showed his boss just a little gently. Gently, gently. Oh, something's happening. There it is. See? Got some progress. But there is still something holding it. I don't know, something in the back. We'll find it. I don't know, it's something they don't tell you in the instructions, I guess, because I went over them like 4 times just now. And they don't say anything about a bracket from underneath or a brace or whatever. And they say 5 bolts, which we got. I'm guessing someone's telling stories or something. Gotta get that connector off the front of that. And you guys see the magic latch for that? This connector goes to a sensor. I thought it was going to be something in the manifold, but it's just connected to it. Aha! I see something else holding it from underneath. The wiring harness is clipped to it from the bottom. That's what I was trying to do, get this, that little vacuum line is what was holding it. That's what we're real after. We're really after this thing. Yeah. Okay. So I'll have to disconnect some connectors from it. This is the little latch on the manifold. I had to release this to get the slide this way. I was trying to release it and slide it away, but it goes that way. So it fought me a little bit. That's all right. I think what I can do here is put some of this stuff back in place. And the vacuum line I might be able to get from the bottom. I see the steering shaft down there. I might be able to hook up this little push tab and that vacuum line after dropping the manifold in. We'll see. Maybe not. Electrical connector, hose, 2 bolts. Basically falls right out. Now I can see there's a spring clip on here. Comes with a new connector, a new sensor. Well, I got new gaskets too. But no throttle body gasket, but that's alright. The actual gaskets look like they're in good shape. So if I can get that little snap ring the rest of the way off, or snap clip, and that hose should pull off. There's probably going to be a little coolant in here still. I haven't drained it other than the leaks it had. And I'll probably pull this right off because I got a new one. I'll try to save it in case I need it. I think that's about it. That hose, 1, 2, how many bolts? Probably more than 2. Holy moly, it's only 2 bolts holding this giant piece of plastic on. Okay, I just expected a couple more, but those 2 bolts in the front, those 2 up there, and a hose. Now you guys know I'd love to take you in there a little closer. There's nothing magnetic anywhere nearby. It's all aluminum and plastic. We're going to see what we can do at a distance. Be a long distance relationship. I'm going to use a chrome universal to get in here a little better. Same thing. I cannot see the other one, so I might need to do it with no universal. That metal bracket down there is in the way. I took the screw out of that earlier because it holds something to the manifold that I removed it for, because it holds something up there, not realizing it's also a brace for the manifold, I guess, or a brace for something. Oh, you know what that was? The big aluminum bracket that holds the intercooler up top. Anywho, hopefully this stuff goes back together right. You guys will have to chime in once in a while when I get stuck. I got my extension down here. I'm not sure if I'm being overly optimistic, but I'm going to put you guys back on the cart. I'm going to lift it up with one finger and try to get my ratchet on it with the other. Cover me, I'm going in. See why those bolts are trapped now, because you're never going to get to that with your fingers. Got it. Most of it came out. Looks like it has been leaking too. See this? It's been leaking. So we're gonna fix two birds with one stone. I don't want to score the aluminum, but I got to be pretty aggressive to get this O-ring. It broke right where the O-ring is, it looks like. So I'm thinking if I can kind of rip the O-ring out of there. Nope, not coming. Okay, oh, something happened. I don't understand. The whole process is daunting, and I've been doing this 4 decades, and I'm just sitting here going, oh my god, how am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? Is that going to go back? Where was this one? I don't remember. It's going to take a little while, but I can say that, you know, once you've done it, then next time it'll be a little easier. Hopefully. This is going to come out all in pieces. I'm trying to film it. I would probably normally just put the camera down and get it done, but this whole ticket's 6 hours. I've probably got 5 or 6 hours in it already, so it's going to take 10 or 11 hours because I don't know what I'm doing. It's the first time. We just need to restore the cylinder block, that's all. I'm going to get a little Scotch Brite or something. It's nasty in there. We definitely got to clean that up so we don't have a leak when we're done. I think this little wire brush very lightly is my best bet. There's a lot of corrosion and calcium buildup or whatever it is in there. This is the buildup they tell you to service your cooling system to avoid, because the corrosion and the buildup of calcium like this, or whatever this deposit is, it's mineral deposits, that wouldn't be there, or at least not nearly as bad if the coolant was changed about every, you know, 4 or 5 years, maybe even sooner, maybe 3 years. Depends how much you idle versus driving on the highway and how many heat cycles and all that kind of stuff. But 3 to 5 years is a good measure. This car, 9 years old, never been done, so it might be there if you serviced it too, but not nearly as bad. It doesn't stop the plastic from rotting. That's the other problem. The plastic's only going to get so many heat cycles, no matter how much maintenance you do. And that's what we're seeing now in a lot of these modern cars. But manufacturers are like, hey, it's way out of warranty, man. Congratulations. That is about as clean as it's going to get. You can see where the aluminum's a little corroded. I did use a box cutter to get the really bad stuff. The wire brush wouldn't even touch some of it. So I got a box cutter because the blade points and ends with a nice sharp point. I just gently scraped around the aluminum, keeping it as flat as I could to get all the calcium buildup out of there, or whatever that is. You guys might know. Lime, calcium, borium, millennium, selenium, I don't know. But I got most of it out of there. I think what I'll have to do is put a little bead RTV around the O-ring. I don't like to do that, but that's a tiny bit porous from the corrosion. It'll suck for the next guy in 3 years when it breaks again, but it'll be good for now. I'm not going to put much on there, just a little kiss. And honestly, this might even make it come out easier than having all the corrosion in there. I don't know. What do you guys think? Alright, 89 inch-pounds, perfect. I am going to torque them. Don't worry. I think my quarter drive torque wrench will fit down there. That's what I think. We got to hook our vacuum line up. The harness clip goes on the third rib. See where we got witness marks. Uh-oh. That's not even close yet. It's on the other side. There's so much time. I have to go from underneath to hook the harness up, and that vacuum hose on 3 seconds. Yeah. Gonna be close.
I told them, I said they're going to crack like graham crackers and then they're going to piece it back together.
Oh, some graham crackers. I'm not sure how they decide what stuff clips in place, what stuff bolts, but I guess this stuff has a little bit of mass to it, vibration and stuff might be a problem with a clip. Even this littler one bolts to that thermostat housing. Alright, I got all my sensors plugged in. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are broken. I might put a tie wrap in that or something. This one's kind of holding. This one broke too far down. It's close though. I think the next thing's the throttle body. We'll see where this goes. I think this goes in the intercooler bracket. Can't think of anything else. You guys put the dipstick bolt in. Off we go. Carry on, as you were.
Oh, I'm finally gonna get you this time.
How you doing?
Good. Is Joe still here?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's visiting family for a few days.
He's what?
He's visiting family for a few days.
Oh.
He'll be back Monday.
Yeah, that ain't gonna answer my question.
So far.
Okay. I know you like chocolate.
Yep. Chocolate, banana, cinnamon, any of those.
Apple.
I just don't care for the nuts and stuff. So
I don't put nuts
Yep,
in
that's
it.
fine.
Just the fudgy scotch squares have nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean apple, cinnamon, chocolate, banana,
Yeah.
banana, fudgy apple cider, any of those.
I like them all, really.
Okay.
Chocolate and cinnamon are probably at the top of my list, but I'm not really that big.
Okay.
Once bitten, twice shy.
What?
Once bitten, twice shy. That's a song.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, putting it back together already?
Oh yeah, man, it's easy, baby. Come on now.
Am I tripping or is that a shit ton of oil sitting in that throttle body?
Yeah, it's a turbo, man.
Oh,
Hell yeah, bitches.
love that.
Help you slide parts back in. Perfect.
Just slide it in.
Slide it in, baby. That's what I'm talking about. You know how it is. That one's on. I didn't really want to take both sides apart at the same time, but ran out of options. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do in this world. Now this vacuum line, I don't remember where it went, but I see marks on the old thermostat housing right here for this. So I know it goes there. And I remember it plugging into the solenoid. That's a tight fit. But I don't remember where this side went. Maybe there's a vacuum fitting here. Maybe there's a vacuum fitting on here I'm missing. We're gonna find it. I know it's around here somewhere. I know this goes to the intercooler. Alright. Let's get this clipped in place. Start get another part to see where something might fit for that. Found it. I don't know if you can see that. The phone, it's ringing. Listen, man. I went to grab the intercooler bracket and I said, man, I remember it going somewhere on the manifold. And I'm looking at all these, but they're blind. They don't go to anything, but we found it. No worries. Wasn't a 10 millimeter either, I don't understand. I can see where the next time I do one of these, I'll save a bunch of time. Because when you're looking in there, it just looks tragic, and you're like, your brain starts to melt. But after you spend hours figuring out where stuff's hidden, then the next time you save those hours. Problem is, I probably won't do one of these again for 2 more years or 3 years or something. Who knows? Or tomorrow, one or the other. Slide this plastic mount down in here. I wonder if I can attach it to the ECM first. And then I can just pop the whole thing in. Can't get all the clips for the harness on the plastic bracket that way. No, we tried. It was a nice thought. I do not like to leave harnesses out of that place. That's when you get wiring problems down the road. And you're like, who worked on this? Now, it's going to be a little overkill. Go on. How they want it, not me. Now, do this. Someone else had cut the tie wrap off before, but I put it back on. Got my water pump too. It says help, or whatever that says in German, French, Belgian, I don't know, something like that. Belgian and French are the same, isn't it? You guys from Europe, you know. I don't know. Oh, that's better. Does not come with a single O-ring. Well, only the one on the, only the main one. That's the one we're worried about, right? The turbo ones, they don't matter. One in the rear is this hose, it's loose. Once this is in, then I can turn that hose and line this up. Quick contraption. Picturing two engineers high-fiving each other after they came up with it. They're like, Franz, excellent job today. You will be impressed, mein Fräulein. Well, probably not very good impersonation. Luckily I'm not a professional impersonator. Now, get all 3 of these started, then we'll get the lines in place before we tighten them. You know how we do. I can't really see, and wow, went in. Wow. I should be more optimistic. I didn't think that was going to happen. Don't get me wrong. This is what I'm playing with over here. dog. We are getting there. It's all part of the show. Good thing it started. Belt on too, but I'm assuming I can do the belt without the cooling system open. Maybe they make you take that apart and pull the belt out, right? Anything's possible with these guys. Get them hose clamps first before I get distracted. Squirrel! Jeez. The bottom one with the spacer. Let's see where this tube goes. In this hose.
How the fuck do you expect this to happen? I'm sorry, are you recording?
Why, what's up?
Are you recording?
Yeah, what?
Oh.
Got some electrical connectors down here. We'll figure out where they go eventually. Have to take this back off so I can get it under the wiring and over that. That's trial and error. That's what we do. You gotta put them both on at the same time, apparently. Oh my goodness gracious. There's a connector down here for something. Oh, there it is. I see it. Goes right around here. Right into here. And somehow plugs into that. When you're not familiar with this stuff, even if you're familiar with it, this is, no one's going to remember all this. So you're going to put it together, take it apart a few times, figure out exactly, things go under and over, and I remember I slid this rubber hose back. So hopefully I can slide it forward. Bolt it in to hold in on the horsepowers. Pushed on, clipped in, with clips to clips and stuff to stuff, and then let's tighten the thinking of it. Quarter drive. You can want to turn those if you want to turn those, but you ain't going to turn those because they're stapled in place. Heat shield, air box, a couple of once-overs, and we're putting coolant in it. Air box, just 2 screws, pushes in these little rubber grommets. If you didn't see yesterday's video, slides down in that slot. This connection right here is the tightest connection of all of them, basically. This one's close, but boy, you got to push to get that in. It's on the inlet side. I mentioned that yesterday, I think. Apparently it bothers me a lot. I got this hose to do next. These are very fragile, like the whole car is, basically. You don't want to break that stuff. Down here on the radiator. Just slid down on the hose. It shows you the 2 white marks. Now, to put that on, let's grab some coolant. Has 2 separate cooling systems. High temp and a low temp. I'm going to make sure they're all full.
You have like essentially a grinder the way you can just like...
Alright, now we'll fire it up, find out what we left disconnected. I mean, make sure everything's good and get the air pockets out of it. Both cooling systems. I'm going to take that cap off. I already put a tiny bit in there. I put blue in it. It's supposed to have blue, I thought. Mercedes says it on the container, right? 2016. I'm wondering, because it was leaking, someone was add orange or whatever they had. I'm not sure. But I know there was no coolant in it, so it all came out. Let's see how this thing starts and runs. Good morning, sweetheart. Check coolant level. I will. Oh, you know what? I also got to check my connectors. Oh, it went out. Maybe that's from previous stuff. I'll back it right up here. We can clean everything off a little bit. All right. The light went out on its own. That's nice. Remember that Nissan from the other day with a door latch problem? He got a door latch online from eBay or something. But he helped me the whole time, so I couldn't film it. I put the door latch in. It's a shame I couldn't film it because it's a super nice job. You take that metal panel, you put the window down, line the holes up for the glass, take the 2 glass bolts out, pull the glass up. I put my little spreader tool in there, my airbag thing. It's made for breaking in the car. Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. Thought I left it in this car for a second. I put this in there and holds the glass up while you work on it. Pull that little metal panel off. 3 Phillips screws and a linkage. You get the latch out of there. Nice easy job. Took about 20-30 minutes. He's on his way now and it works. He was very... He brought stacks of seat covers and stuff and wanted me to wax it while I was working on it and stuff. It was pretty funny. But he didn't want to be on camera, so... Mercedes done. I'm going to let it cool off. Just check the fluid levels and road test it after I grab something to eat. There's not a lot of cars in the parking lot today. Joe picked a good time to take some days off. Oh, the lady with the Honda Civic came back mad that it makes noise when she hits bumps. I said, yeah, you need strut mounts. So she wants her money back. But we told her she needed strut mounts the other day. I watched them tell her. And she said, I don't care about that. People, it's awesome. Time to take that bad girl for a drive. See what's next. Look at that, man. High performance Dodge Charger. Gonna get a crank seal. Someone else looked at it. 1 hour. Seems kind of light, but you know, everything seems kind of light lately. I'm gonna get this air bellows out of the way. I guess I could do it from the bottom. It's hard to say. I would assume you had to take the fan out of there to get a tool in it, but I don't know. A lot of times I use the crank pulley wears out, but I didn't get into that with him yet. We'll figure that out once we get it apart. We're gonna stay positive and assume it's gonna be fine. It's fine. Oh, there's the crank seal right there. That's how you know it needs one. It's in the package. Not the ideal lift for this, but it is what it is. I'm going to do it right here. Yeah, you know what? I bet you it is just a seal. Looks like the belt broke. The water pump went bad, the belt broke and took out the crank seal, I think. That's what I think. Once I get this apart, we'll know for sure. There's pieces of the belt down there in the oil pan. I gotta get my 3/8 ratchet and get the belt out of the way. That's a big socket too, like a 24, 26 socket for the crank bolt. Let's see here. Settle down now, ratchet. Yeah. Okay. Let's take it off here instead. That's fine. Didn't want me to only take it off of the alternator. It's not too dark down there. I didn't look at the camera yet to see. Totally winging it. Trying to get my hour real quick. Put a light on. There you go. Sometimes I'll put my breaker bar along the frame rail and crank the starter. It works. Some people don't like it. They get mad when you do it, but it works. Oh, especially, oh, look at that frame hole. I wonder if that frame hole will hold my ratchet. Oh, is that meant to be or what? That's cool. It's gonna make a loud bang, but let's click the starter. Oh, never mind. I just realized this thing's push button start, so it might crank it for 10 seconds. I don't think I want that. That's unfortunate. I gotta lock the flywheel somehow. Never mind. We got an emergency alignment. 2022 Mitsubishi got a new rack and pinion, and they wanted us to align it for them real quick. Steering wheel's off center, check engine lights on, a whole bunch of stuff, but see what the alignment looks like. Then we'll go back to the crank seal. Alignment pays the same labor as a crank seal. 1 hour. Comes with free tools apparently. 30,000 miles, 2022. I wonder why I needed rack and pinion. They hit something? It's kind of strange. I'm not going to be too concerned with any of that. Check engine light, traction light, airbag light. Oop. It'll probably end up with an airbag code. Drive. Park. That's what we want. Oh, it's saying your toe's so far out that you have to do an alignment before you can do an alignment. All right. Just embrace it. Just embrace it. We got to get 3 degrees of toe in out of there. Oh, 3 degrees of toe out. It's hard to say. The steer ahead is at 1.5 degrees off. So half, even though the toe in is 3 degrees off, it's also 1.5 degrees off center. That is almost perfect. No alignment needed. Ah, just kidding. Snap-on came out with his bundle of tools in the tool bag, trying to sell me. Not gonna work, kid. I've been doing this way too long to do an impulse buy out of the carry-off. You know, they carry that satchel full of tools. They got some nice stuff, I'll tell you what. They had a nice set of adjustable wrenches, a small and a medium size adjustable wrench. It's like 240 bucks. I'm like, whoa. Lots of moolah. Oh, look at that, man. I gotta lock in the wheel so it's really straight. It's not quite perfect. The camber's an issue too. I gotta see if that strut might be tweaked. It's probably hard to see, but if you look at the strut, the bottom, what happens is where the knuckle clamps onto the strut, since the strut housing is just sheet metal, it tends to tweak where it's clamped. I don't know if you can see it. It's really slight. If you look at this side, see how it looks pinned straight? I'm not sure if it's going to show up on camera, but because it's not terrible. Just the bottom of that strut just kind of goes instead of straight, it's and that's that tiny little bit of redness, and there's no adjustment for it. If you click these little adjustment buttons, illustrate adjustments, no adjustments for camber and caster. So since you can see that all the bolts have been turned, the mounts, the rack, this is a salvage rack. You see all the body sanding and buffing compound and stuff. So this car was wrecked and repaired. It's missing the under tray and stuff like that, but they don't worry about that because it costs them 40 bucks and people won't see it. They just want to sell you a car. You save money. So check your Carfax. That's what I'm saying. Even though Carfax isn't 100% accurate. I did not lock the wheel, only because it's a little slow. I like living on the edge. Now I'll let it down and see where the wheel's at. I don't think I moved it too much because it was 0.04 over here when I did that initial toe to do the alignment. And this side was plus like 0.25. So we'll see. Seems to have settled a little just letting the lift down. I didn't. Sometimes bouncing on the way down will change the specs by a couple tenths of a degree. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Send it. I got back from my alignment and Giuseppe had taken the crank off for me. I said I was going to bump it over, but it's got a push button start. He said, do this alignment. I said, okay. He took the fan out. I was going to try to do it without doing that because it only pays an hour. But now that he did some of the work, it should only pay half an hour. I don't need the money. Well, the belt, when the old water pump went out and the belt broke, did some damage in here. Sometimes these will pop right out, sometimes it won't. I got a special seal tool I might have to get for that. That's what I'm saying. Another one of my many snap-on tools. That kid was trying real hard to get me on the truck today. I'm like, yeah, nope, I'm good. Got it. Let's see here. The radiator hose is right in my way. I'm gonna get a socket that I've got that might get it in part of the way, and then I'll use an extension to get it in the rest of the way. Oh, let's do that. We got an excellent camera shot. We got room to work. We got a socket that fits just about perfectly. We don't want to hurt the condenser though. If you didn't know you can use the side of a hammer, now you know. Oh boy. I'm gonna call that perfect. I'll put just a tiny bit of oil on the crank damper and back together we go. Now, I'm not sure where the keyway is, but because I didn't take it off. But they're usually in there good enough that you won't knock them out. Boy, that's nice and easy. That's why it doesn't pay nothing. Because it doesn't take any time. It's like a minute, 2 minutes, done. Something like that. Excellent. Alright, we got the writing facing the right way. I don't know if it was before or not. That's not my concern. I'm facing it the right way either way. It's going to have to adapt and overcome the same way I do every day. Get on there. Hey, hey, what are you doing, man? How about a little cooperation? I don't have a third hand. Every time I let go and go to reach over for my ratchet, it falls off. Completely unacceptable. Walk this out a little bit. Now, get in there, will you? Come on. Good workout. Try holding that belt tensioner the whole time and work on your belt placement. Huh. Feels like I'm stuck on something. One more. There you go. Now, the fan must come out of there really easy if he figured it out, so I just gotta put it back in. Oh, look at that. It has 2 channels it drops down into and 2 bolts at the top. And then, of course, a plug. more flashlights where that came from. You gotta have your left to right perfectly triangulated with your longitudinal direction. And it goes right in. Right here. 8mm lowered wood screws. Because it goes into the plastic radiator tanks. Kind of sketchy, but it works. I gotta go grab a tool. I don't think he left the tools out here. He used my tools and then he put them back when he was done, like you're supposed to. That's nice. Check the oil and all that. Don't really have to change it because the customer's been changing it since the water pump went out. Adding a quart of oil every couple of days. It's like an oil change. A little more than half a quart. I would have changed the oil if it was up to me. I was just kidding about that. You know that, right? Done. All right. Short road test. I mean, real short. And I'm going to wipe some of that up too. Gravity check the rad. We're going to see if we can get something else done today. I don't know, it's getting late, but it's not that late yet. Got almost another hour. I think that F-150, oh, he's not there anymore. The F-150 I looked at the other day that another shop put his parts in for him supposedly. I'm not sure if that story is all true, but it had a leaking heater core if you remember. I think he brought it back to do that one tomorrow. We'll see what happens with that. I recommended an AC box. I said the blend door on the driver's side's not working, so it could be the actuator, it could be the door. We won't know till we get it apart. So chances are I could take it apart, find the door's broken, and they got to order that part. I don't know how that all went down either, but we're going to find out, I think, tomorrow. Because I saw the truck out there. I don't want you guys to be jealous of the Ford Platinum F-150 2010. This car we looked at the other day had a leaking heater core, and the customer had put some bypasses, or someone put some bypasses, so it wouldn't put any coolant in the heater core and it wouldn't leak. Also, it blows warm on the driver's side if the heater hoses are open. So we're going to do an actuator, make sure the door's not broken, and replace the heater core. To do that, you got to take the HVAC box out. You got to take the dash out. Sometimes on these, you can take the dash out of your way. You can unbolt the HVAC box, just kind of roll it back. The heater core is on top. You can take the cover off, pull the foam gasket off the front of the HVAC box, and lift the heater core out without even lifting it out of the car. Sometimes. We'll see. It only pays like 7 hours altogether with the evac and recharge and stuff, but the last time I did one of these, I don't want to jinx myself, but it was pretty easy. I mean, considering you're going to take the dash out, it's not that easy, but compared to some other vehicles, it's pretty easy. So we're going to go ahead and get the refrigerant out of it tonight. It's too hot to open the cooling system, otherwise I'd pull a little coolant out of it too, but tomorrow we got to have it back about 1.5 feet to get the doors open and stuff, and then I can't close the door. So I can't really start on it tonight because I can't close the door if I do. But I can do this part. Alright guys, we have got this place locked down. I'm going to go play with the project truck a little while before I head home. Really want to get that thing in paint. I hate seeing it sit out there and it's re-rusting in spots I've worked on already. That's my problem. That's not what we're here for. We're here for a day in the shop and we're here to wrap it up. So torque that like button before you head out if you would. I really appreciate your company today. We got a lot done. Having a good week with only 2 mechanics in the shop. Hope I see you in another video. You're awesome.